No.
Happy. You said in there it's history, all what's gone before. Doesn't matter no more. How do you expect your boy to do when will come the fight now?
He's wrong for Wladimir. He's all wrong for Wladimir.
Right.
Whether they're having an argument or whether in a boxing ring. I think, you know, boxing's a sport of styles, everybody knows that. And you can match different styles up and you can sort of try and predict how the results go. I honestly believe that mentally and style-wise, David's wrong for Wladimir.
In a way, in a funny way, a lot of his preparation, fighting in Germany, fighting in France, has geared him up for this. He's going to go to Hamburg. It's not really going to be a thing for him to be away from home.
No, but it never has been.
For the
But
biggest
it never
fighters
has
like
been.
me, yeah.
Ever since he was an amateur, travelling around the world, at the age of 17, boxing the World Championships in America, as a kid, you know, and losing by 2 points to the world #1. He's never been fazed by things that, you know, us normal men would crumble at. Yeah, and our mouths would go dry, we'd be able to clench our fists, and we'd suffer normal anxiety. He doesn't. It's not in him, and that's why I think he's all wrong for Vlad.
He's a poster boy for knowing your own mind and carving your own path, isn't he, David? Because I remember in 2002 at the Commonwealth Games when he damaged his arm and he wanted his own doctor, decided he wasn't going to participate in the competition anymore. Done his own thing, much to the, you know, there was a lot of noise about it. Oh, David, here you go again. But he's always known what he wants to do, and it's brought him to this point. How does he stay so focused when, you know, others might change their plan and become a bit wishy-washy?
Very headstrong, very headstrong, and very stubborn at times as well.
Easy for you to work with?
Well, I've trained David since he was about 16, and so, you know, I was the one that took him away from the England camp and brought him back down to London to have that scan on his bicep all those years ago. And we understand how each other sees things as well. So we don't even have to be in the same country. You know, we can spend a couple of months apart, but we'll know, we'll understand how each other will see it, and that's made it easy and enjoyable at times and stressful at times. Of course. But like I said, he's the fighter. He has to be headstrong, and he has to have that single-mindedness and that self-serving, egotistical determination that fighters have to have, because without it, you're weaker. And Wladimir will not get to him mentally. He will not get to him mentally.
David's trod new waters, obviously, as he's progressed and been more and more successful. So have you. How's it been from Adam Booth's point of view? How's your world changed?
Yeah, it's changed. I mean, you see a lot of things. You have to make decisions that at the times just feel suicidal, but we believe that they were the right ones. Sitting in the back garden, deciding to not go for the Vitaly fight, but to go for the Wladimir fight, knowing what the ultimate aim was, and standing here today having made the right decisions. But at the time, you know, there's a lot of people in this sport that will tell, there's a lot of people in any walk of life that will tell you you're doing the wrong thing, you're doing the wrong thing. And what you actually mean to say is, I'm not doing what you're telling me to do. And so that you know, I've certainly taken from David that more of a headstrong mentality, because I'm one of life's warriors. You know, I look at the pessimistic side of things. Right. You know, he's saying now, so what's actually his agenda? But I guess that's my role. Right. You know, that's my role, and that's why I've been able to help protect him and shield him from the wrong things that can go on in this sport and this business. That's culminated in making this fight, where we're dealing with a party that are used to having the business all their own way and controlling the controllable, because they're in control of everything. And it wasn't going to be that way, and so that's why the negotiations were difficult, but
protracted.
People don't care about that. Who cares about what me and Bunter talk about? They just want to know the fight's happening. The fight's happening.
Biggest fight, I mean, 15 years you've been together. If you were to realise it, how much would it mean to you? I mean, and I think I know what it would mean to him, but how much would it mean to you?
Yeah, I can't, to be honest, I don't want to think about that. I can't allow myself to think about that, because I start thinking about after the event, and all I got to think about is what's the next session. What have I got to get out from the next session? Just like when he's in the fight, he's just got to be in the moment. He's got to be. He can't be thinking, if I hit him on the chin, he'll go there. He can't be thinking about that. He can't control Vladimir's chin. All he can do is control what he does to it. So you've got to be in the moment, and I can't allow myself those thoughts to think about.
How's he going to get up for the fight? Obviously,
mad.
No, well, I'm not talking about just doing physically. You got to rehearse. You got to make sure that sparring. How's it going to go? Any different to how you prepare? You must be different to how you prepare for Audley.
Well, if you look at David and Audley, David and Wladimir, David and Macredelli, David and Warmek, David and Fragomeni, look at all those fights. Look at how different his style was in each one. You can't predict what David's going to do, because he's got the confidence to go into a fight and do something for the first time, believing that he's going to win. Whereas a lot of fighters, or a lot of people go, well, I need to practice it first and maybe do it against a few lesser opponents to know that I can do it and then go in there. David's got that single-minded self-belief to know that we can sit down and go, right, this is how we're going to go about this fight, so we're going to prepare for that. Having never boxed like that before, and get in there and know that he can pull it off. And, you know, I envy him. I wish I could have done that.
If he does do it, when he does do it, in your perspective, it's going to be a shame to see him retire. 31 October. It's going to be a shame.
Make the most of him while he's here.
You're not going to talk him round?
Never.
No?
Never.
It's not part of the plan.
We sat in KFC in Marble Arch in 2002 when he had that bicep injury. We were sitting in there about 3 o'clock in the morning, just talking about turning pro, and what it would mean, what it meant to him, what I had to do as well. Long conversation, and we said in and out with as much success as possible, having control it as much as possible, with your faculties intact. And as you can see from the way he yaps away, his faculties are still intact.
Good luck with it, yeah?
Thanks, mate. Cheers.